OTS Pack 7 was revealed last week.
Hey,
I'm late to the party.
That's pretty good.
But throughout the entire week, I had time to think about the pack and what came in the pack. Now, originally, a lot of people were saying the pack was trash because the OTs were Herald Orange Light, Link Spider, Cosmic Cyclone. And everyone has been like, oh my god, oh my fucking god, I wanted this YuGiOh. Why can't I have a Link Rainbow as an ultimate rare? Come at me. And I'm just sitting there like, okay. Probably not that much complaining going on. I mean, I'm the king of complaining, come on. But on some real shit though, like, OTS Pack 7 may not be the best tournament pack in the world, but it's damn sure not the worst. And so I'm going to talk about this. Let's go over the pack real fast. So, without further ado, let's begin. You guys already know, like the video, you better like the video. Subscribe if you haven't, you better subscribe. So, let's give it another look. Altis, Herald Orange Light, Link Spider, Cosmic Cyclone. Herald Orange Light. Effect, Breeze. Pitch him, pitch another fairy, and get a monster effect. Card pretty much hasn't been relevant forever since the Herald deck is done. Nah, since the Angel deck was good like in 2011, give or take. It had its play in 2013. It could be making a comeback. I watched a VCTRFS video, me and that guy, you know, me and Lewis, we're homies. And he was talking about how Herald Orange Light, while it's not great now, that does not mean it might not be good in the future. Konami tends to like having light and dark decks in the event. C 2012 Chaos Dragon format when you had the wind-ups and insectors. I mean, that format was diverse at Nationals, but Konami like doing the light and dark thing because we do have the Layered Hermit Structure that coming out. Overall, Alti Herald, like, it's a good card for what it is. I mean, you pitch it and not a fairy to get a monster effect. It's pretty because it's ultimate rare. I think it's solid for what it does, and I don't think it's that bad. Me personally, I really don't care about the card, but now I can see it being decent in the near future. Link Spider. This is a generic Link monster that, honestly speaking, is used a lot in decks that abuses tokens. Like people who use YuGiOh, they use Link Spider to make top 11 Bomber Dragon, and etc. All their big high level Link monsters, they use Link Spider for. So I really don't get the complaint with the Link Spider. It's a card that's abused a lot. I mean, I can see people wanting different things in the ulti spot and possibly wanting Link Spider as a super rare. But at the same time, Konami's probably looking long term, what's going to be more relevant in the format. And yeah, people are probably saying Konami doesn't always choose his best of the player, but think about it, they are a business and they know people are going to go to these tournaments to play more. So if you want more people playing your game, your moves might not be the best in the beginning, but let the format breed for a minute. And once the format develops and you notice people start using World Chalice decks more, because it's still a solid deck for what it does. It's a spam deck in a meta where we don't have Max C, and everyone wants Ash Blossom to get the boot. So I can see World Chalice coming out of nowhere and being relevant, and Link Spider been going up in value because everyone's going to want an ulti because all of you guys are a bunch of rarity whores. So, yeah, Link Spider, I believe that was a solid pick. I mean, you know, with these ultis, we're always going to get a hit or miss on a good one or a bad one. So, you know, Herald Orange Light is a hit or miss one. Link Spider solid, and then Cosmic Cyclone. Now, Cosmic Cyclone to me personally is a card that's solid. Solid. Reason being though, on some real stuff, it's MST. It's literally MST. I'm sure we had an ulti MST somewhere down the tournament timeline, and it was ultra rare in the tournament pack, and I think it was super rare in the tournament pack. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm for sure ulti MST exists somewhere in some form or fashion. Cosmic Cyclone is MST of the future. Why not have it as an ulti? Konami probably didn't have a way to fit it, so they probably was like, let's get it out the way now, so that way we can say the next tournament pack is something different. Nothing much more to be said about that. Moving on. It's a good card for the future, like, with a lot of graveyard effects saying if it's destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, get XYZ. With a lot of traps saying if they're destroyed. I mean, cards that take damage are really good, and they're going to have long-term value. So the thing about Link Spider and Cosmic Cyclone that people are not thinking about, they're evergreen, meaning these cards could be valuable forever. Like, literally, Link Spider can go in and out of Link decks forever as a generic tool utilization to go into decks for the future. Same thing for Cosmic Cyclone. Cosmic Cyclone is massive. I'm not going to keep repeating myself. Royal Magical Library goes definitely for World Chalice. So that kind of shows you that Konami's trying to support World Chalice. And I think we already had this super correct me wrong once again, but if we didn't, definitely a good pick. You want to make your deck pretty, go right ahead. Spiral Tough, that's another solid pick as well. Now, we do have Agent as an ultra rare, and we do have Big Red, and we do have Quick Fix as an ultra rare. We don't have Drone as a super rare. I'm sorry. We do have Quick Fix as a super rare, but we don't have Drone as a super rare. So Tough is definitely using a Spiral deck as 2 or 3 ofs, and at least a 1 of. So having it as a foiling is not bad. Spirals is still a solid deck despite the meta where it doesn't do as well right now. In the beginning of the format, Spirals ran an event. Spirals definitely depend on the player who's using it and how good they are at utilizing the Spiral cards. The Khan brothers from Illinois are a great example of how to use that deck. They both came first and second. And I believe they traveled to another event earlier this format and they did work the deck. So Spiral Tough is definitely a solid pick. The Strudel. Now, I will agree. I would have replaced Alti Herald for Alti Destrudo, like sub Mount Coach. I would have done that. But you know, Destrudo as a super rare, I'm not mad at. Moving forward though, maybe Destrudo might fall out of favor for the format because you do have to pay half your life points to use the card. And then not to mention, it's just a special summoning card that's gonna allow you to use either Black Rose Dragon or that one other synchro monster whose name I can't think of right now that replaces the field spells. So I can admit the Destrudo super rare and Herald Alti rare pick was weird. Like, it seemed like common sense, but hey man, beggars can't be choosers, and at least we have him foiled because he wasn't a rare. And I think in the LCG he was a super rare, so I think it was a rarity downgrade. If that. Fossil Dig was definitely good. Divine Punishment, you can give or take. I mean, it might be a clue that Konami's trying to lead us with the Hero stuff. In the Paleozoics, I've seen a few people rag on the Paleozoics on how they were tired of Paleozoics getting reprint foilings. I'm not mad at the Paleozoics because Paleozoics is actually a solid deck. When you think about how good the deck is, like it's being a trap heavy deck, and every tournament pack we're getting a little bit of Paleozoics here and there printed as foiling. That just lets me know somebody at Konami really wants to foil out that Paleozoic deck that they have on their personal use. So they want to, hey, come on, give me more foils, more foils, more foils. So I think it's cool that Konami is definitely trying to at least foil out one archetype at a time. And a deck like Paleozoic that's evergreen, meaning you can pretty much run a deck in every format because it's literally a trap deck that you can run just by saying, hey, activate this trap card, activate this trap card. Bring this guy out, make totally awesome. I mean, the deck is solid for what it does. So by making foiling, I predict in the future we're going to get a lot of Paleozoics foil for a long time. And as far as some of the comments, honestly, most of them are trash, but let's be real. Everyone's saying that OTS Pack 7 comments are trash. I can admit that, but guess what? Every tournament pack comments are trash. Like, sometimes in a tournament pack, we might get like cards like Shadow Imprisoned Mirror, Light Imprisoned Mirror. We do get the good cards here and there for comments. But look at this one. Prickle Fairy, trash. I don't know what that is. Insect Princess, trash. I don't know what that is. Zeritis, Herald of the Heaven. It goes with Divine Punishment. It goes with Herald of Orange Light. If you're trying to build a Herald deck and you want to use Hyperion deck, you can run that card and it might do something for you with the Divine Punishment for having your own archetype-based Solemn Judgment. What I'm trying to say is, don't count a deck out if you haven't ran it yet. Book of Life is a good reprint. It's a zombie card. Zombies are doing great. I can see that being a good reprint for people who don't want to buy structured decks. Rare value. People love Crystal Beast. Why not rare value? Zombie World, that's kind of trash, but it has value because people do use Zombie World as an anti-meta card to stop players. Spell Power Graph, don't know what that is. Wavering Eyes is a solid reprint for you Pendulum players out there. I mean, it's been reprinted overall for a long time, but having another one just as an easy pickup while you're at locals is great. Pitch Black Power Stone, Tokens Festival, Lucky Chance, Blowback Dragon, and Gallon Dragon, all crappy cards, but for the most part though, Book of Life, Zeritis, rare value, wavering guys are all solid picks in my opinion. But at the same time, it's a tournament pack, guys. A tournament pack, like, well, how good do you guys really want it to be? Everyone mainly get these packs for the ultimate rares anyway. And the ultimate rares, in my personal opinion, are not that bad. Like I said, Hero the Orange Light might not be good now, but at least we have it as the ulti. And in the future, let's say a format or two from now, if a light deck becomes good or if a fairy deck becomes good, because fairies have the layoff of becoming good. They have a Solemn Judgment, they have consistency, they have a boss monster in Hyperion. But I think Hyperion is kind of dated, but they have a boss monster in Hyperion. They have Zaritas, which is a consistency card. I mean, they have the goo to be good. It just takes a player and some more support from Konami to make the deck broken, and maybe they have that in the future. I mean, it's my theory, Konami has to get a lot of permission from the LCC to do these releases. So maybe LCC say, hey, make this ulti because we're going to release this product, and we're going to make people look for this product in the future. And then, like I said, Lane Spider is good all around because it's used in World Chalice and it can be abused with tokens. And yeah, the last ulti, what was that again? And yeah, like I said, Cosmic Cyclone, MST. MST was reprinted 1,000 times, no complaints. I don't see the complaint with Cosmic Cyclone because it's the best card to have for the future. It's moving forward with the game of YuGiOh because it's a power crept MST. So, with all that being said, guys, I know a lot of you guys are probably going to dislike this video. I freaking don't care. I know a lot of you people disliked OTS 7. I freaking don't care. But I believe people are just breaking Konami's balls way too hard because this is a tournament pack and they have to realize we get these for free when we enter our locals. And we know our locals we have to pay for sometimes. Locals get these out because it's a tournament pack. And at the end of the freaking day, these are solid picks. And half of the time tournament pack cards are crap anyway. At least to me. I mean, I play Rogue all the time, but what do I know? So, man, I know a lot of you guys are going to disagree with me. A lot of you guys are going to dislike the video. But once you do all that, drop a comment in the comment section down below. Tell me how crazy I am, or tell me how genius I am. Do you guys agree that these ultimate rare picks are decent enough to have evergreen value for the near future? I want to know. So, with all that being said, man, it's InnovationYGO, and I'm signing out. Peace, guys. Stay innovative. Deuces.